16 months, hours of witness testimony and legal argument, and finally, victims and police hear the long-awaited findings. The 17-hour siege by gunman man Haron Monis came to a dramatic end when police stormed the cafe after he executed a hostage. But the coroner said police acted too late and should have responded minutes earlier when Monis fired at a group of escaping hostages.
The 10 minutes that elapsed without decisive action by police was too long. Tory Johnson was executed in the meantime.
Cafe manager Tory Johnson was killed by Monis, and barrister Katrina Dawson died from police bullet fragments when officers stormed the cafe. The coroner lay blame for the hostage deaths at the feet of the gunman, but he criticised an inadequate state prosecution case that allowed Monis out on bail despite sex offences and being an alleged accessory to murder. The coroner also said police negotiators needed better training, with numerous hostage calls left unanswered.
We were confronted with systematic failures of various authorities who at times were confused, ill-informed, unprepared and under-resourced.
The police were following a strategy called contain and negotiate, where they contain the siege and negotiate with the gunman. But the coroner said that this policy failed and needs to be re-evaluated because of the changing nature of terrorism. Security experts say it's a challenge for authorities in all countries faced with suicide attackers.
When the party involved is not interested in negotiating or coming out, they need to then prepare themselves to go in and use force.
Police concede they should have stormed the cafe sooner.
And if there was a terrorist attack today similar to Lindt Cafe, then we would respond with the same highly trained police, but with a different philosophy based on the fact that terrorism has changed.
The victims' families say their pain is still as strong now as it was at the time of the siege, and hope the government will act on the inquest's recommendations. Yaara Melhem, Al Jazeera, Sydney.